Twisters, my better late than never review, and you gotta let a lot of stuff go on this one, but it's fun. Hi, thank you for tuning into the Tom Patelson Show and my review of Twisters, which I wasn't supposed to see this week. This week I had a terrible cold and I was up in bed for most of it, and so I was going to go out and see Alien Romulus, but I couldn't, so I decided I'd watch Twisters, which I had planned to watch anyways and maybe review, and I didn't, but now I have because it's finally available streaming, so I did. Twisters, yeah. Why Twisters on this channel? Because Twisters is a monster movie. It's a monster movie. You don't know where the monsters are. You don't know when they come or go. They tear things completely asunder. They don't seem to have a thought in their brain except to destroy things. It is a good old monster movie, just like the original was. So, our hero's name is Kate. And Kate is played by Daisy Edgar Jones, and she's very young. She's right now, as the filming of this video, 26 years old. There's a 5-year gap in the movie from when the terrible thing happens to her team and then where we currently are. And she's the most renowned scientist in her field with university credits, which means she probably graduated when she was 11. I don't exactly know how that works, but she's very young and it's noticeable. So there's an opening scene. The opening scene is a grand wipeout of her entire team is gone to the tornadoes, and it's a necessary scene. You know, this is what usually happens. You've got to have the bad thing happen, but it's a stretch because you're running away from a tornado, and that's kind of a, you know, outrunning a tornado on foot. It's a tough sell, but it's a necessary scene, and this works. So the plot: they're trying to seed a tornado so it dissipates. That's the basic plot of it. Catch the tornado, seed the tornado with this stuff, and then it will dissipate, and that's the thing. But she's retired. I'm retired. I don't do this anymore after what happened to my team. But you're the most prominent in your field. You're the best we've ever seen. You're the best we've got. I can't. I'm retired. Things haven't been the same over Macho Grande.
Over Macho Grande?
No, I don't think I'll ever get over Macho Grande.
So Glenn Powell plays Tyler Owens, who's not the bad guy in this film. He's the love interest, I suppose. And Tyler Owens is a YouTube storm chaser with a big following, and people love him, so much so that 50 people travel him to the middle of Oklahoma to watch him get out of a truck. Again, it's a tough sell. But I like Glenn Powell. I think he's really good. And by the way, there's animosity between our heroes, which is completely made up. There is zero reason for any playful animosity between the heroes. There's plenty of tornadoes to go around. She just doesn't like him because he's a YouTube host and he's flirting with her and she has no response, which is weird because Glenn Powell in reality right now is 35. There's a sizable age gap between our love interests, which is good that they don't actually get together. It's just alluded to. There's a lot of surface tension. That's good stuff. Also, Tyler Owens as the character is a good guy. He's a good dude. His team likes him. His friends like him. She begins to like him, and he is knowledgeable of the fact he is loyal. And Glenn Powell right now is just killing it with all the movies in. I mean, he's reached the status. He's reached the status actors look for when they say, well, we like you and you can do anything you want. Pick the movie you'd like to be in because you're going to be riding high for a while, and Glenn Powell is at the top of everybody's hit list right now. So Twisters is a sequel or a reboot or a reimagining. There is no connection with the original, except for I think there's one actor who was an extra in both films. Other than that, they don't really connect, other than they're both the same, that they're both chasing tornadoes. In the original one, they're chasing it to diagnose tornadoes. In this one, they're trying to dissipate the tornadoes. The original Twister came out in 1996 in a blockbuster summer where it had to battle against the original Mission Impossible, Independence Day, and The Rock, just to name a few. And I think it did fairly well considering those blockbuster movies, and people have a soft spot in their heart for Twister. And this one had to battle against Deadpool, Wolverine, Furiosa, and Alien Romulus, just to name a few. And again, it's doing okay. it's doing okay for a sequel, reboot, whatever you, reimagining, whatever you want to call it. Cows flying through the air. That's what we're looking for. First of all, as far as twisters go, there's in the first 35 minutes, there are two crazy good Twister scenes where being attacked by tornadoes and whatnot. There's a lot more twisters in Twisters than there was in Twister. I mean, by and large, I would say there might be twice the amount of twisters in Twisters than there was in Twister. Twister didn't have as many twisters as there are in Twisters. Some of the things that I liked about this movie, the music. It's a music video in a lot of ways. It's a music video in a lot of ways, and some of the music is a little too on, like they play Ghost Riders in the Sky while they're chasing tornadoes, or they play Boys Are Too Easy when they're trying to fool the boys in a chase scene. It's a little too on the nose, but there's a good heroic Western theme in the very beginning as they're going to chase the tornado, which makes you think they're going to lasso it. You know, it gives you that Western feel. And everyone's got cowboy hats on, and you're in Oklahoma, so that seems to fit. Other than that, it is a music video of outlaw country favorites, not from the 90s, but it sounds like it's from the 90s. They're not. I mean, you get a lot of great artists on there. It's a great album. The music is good. The music keeps you upbeat and keeps you happy to go. It fits. Sometimes the music just fits. Outlaw country might not be your jam. If it is your jam, then this is your movie. This is your movie and this is your soundtrack. It's good stuff. The music works good. So after the original Twister came out in '96, Discovery Channel put on a show called Storm Chasers, which was total good bad TV. You know, it's not Ancient Aliens, but it's way up there with good bad TV about these guys who have this truck that they built up like a tank, and they're going to try and go and drive through a tornado, which they never do, because that's the thing about tornadoes is they don't travel on the roads. Tornadoes travel wherever they want. And in the show, they have this issue. It was like, well, it's right there. It's right there. But between us and that is someone's property and a fence. And a barbed wire fence and things, because it's not the Wild West. Everything's been cornered off and sectioned off, except in this movie, in Twisters, nothing is sectioned off. And they just go plowing through someone's field. They're plowing through someone's field, ripping up crops and whatnot, because there are no fences to get to the tornado. And even though in the actual Storm Chasers TV show, they never get to a tornado, in the movie, they get to it a lot. They get to the center of a tornado a whole bunch, and they get there a bunch. It's funny. I kept watching and I was like, well, that didn't take long. We're in the first 15 minutes of the movie and they drove into a tornado. What are the chances of that? The bad guys in the movie, other than the tornadoes themselves, I guess there's a villain, there's the bad corporation. This is David Cornsweet, who plays Scott, who is working for the bad corporation who wants to swoop in and exploit the townspeople who've just lost their homes. It's not much of a bad guy thing. And as far as bad guy scale goes, I'd put him and the corporation about here as opposed to the top, which we all know is the mayor from Jaws. When they're not battling the tornadoes, our heroes save the day, and they do it a bunch. And how they do that is as they take off past the tornado to go to the town it's about to destroy to warn everybody. Which is weird that they're finding a tornado, and then when they find the tornado, they almost get to the tornado, then they have to race past the tornado, hoping they know where it's going to warn the townspeople to close up shop and to find shelter. And this is where it goes completely off the rails. Because people that live in Tornado Alley in this movie have no idea what to do if a tornado happens. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous on a completely other level when they go into town like, you gotta find shelter, you gotta find a basement, you gotta find stuff. And everyone's like, what? What's a tornado? What's going on? What are we supposed to do? People that live in that area deal with this stuff and know what they're supposed to do. Whether or not it works is completely up to how bad the tornado is. But don't tell me there's all these people like who no idea what to do when a tornado's headed their way. That's just silly. It's necessary for our heroes to save people, and that's how they do it, but that's just silly. The death toll of our monsters is high. A lot of people die in this movie, which I don't think that many people died in the first Twister. But this one, they're dying all over the place. The tornadoes are killing lots of people, main characters, just taking them out left and right, which is fine because people aren't doing what they're supposed to, which is crawl. Apparently, if you crawl near a tornado, it won't pick you up. But if you stand up, it's going to pick you up and take you off right directly into the tornado, just as a last hand is about ready to grab you, like at about 6 inches away. You're about to grab the person, and then they get taken away in the tornado. And this happens just a few too many times in the movie. I got you, I got you, I got you. They're gone. They're gone in the tornado. They're up there now. They're going, oops, there they go. There they go. There they go. There they go. That doesn't happen. But it happens a few too many times that's what happens. You have to crawl around the tornadoes. I let that go. Why? Because it's fun. Because it's all fun movie, because it's a monster movie. Our monster must kill some folks, and it does. It kills lots of folks. My final reactions to Twisters. I remember seeing the trailer with some friends of mine, and then we were talking about it. And we all had the same reaction. It wasn't me that said it, but a friend of mine said, I bet it's stupid and fun, which is exactly what this is. This is stupid and fun. It's fun, stupid, it's good. It reminds me of the original, which has Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt, I forgot to say, and Cary Elwes. Boy, I love Bill Paxton. Don't you love Bill Paxton? Don't you miss him? Yeah. I miss him. Twisters is fun. It's stupid in a lot of ways, but it's really entertaining, and the music is great and fast-paced and energetic. It really makes you want to go on this thing. And in the era of the crazy long movies, this is 2 hours. This is 2 hours, and from beginning to end, it is nonstop, get-up-and-go tornado stuff. Yeah, it was a good time. I can pick it apart. You can pick it apart. The villain's not too villainous, and then you know what? That's a plus. The villain not being too villainous, because we don't have to deal with too much mustache twirling of that. Because we learn that they're bad, and then immediately we could care less because we're off on chasing the tornadoes. The movie moves along at a good clip. I give it a positive review. Absolutely watch this. Is it a scientific movie? No. It's a good, fun, thrill, action ride movie thing. It's a monster movie. It's a good monster movie. It's fun. Come on. Go and have a little fun. That'll do it for this week for my review of Twisters, which I didn't plan on watching, and I watched it anyways, and it was good stuff. You know what I was going to do? I was going to do a review of Griselda, which is currently on Netflix, the story of Griselda Blanco starring Sofia Vergara, which is pretty good. Gotta say, for a mobster movie, this is pretty good. I'm not all the way through it, but I might still do a review of that. I haven't quite decided. Like and subscribe if you like this content. Hit that notification bell so you know when my stuff drops. It drops on Sunday. I appreciate you coming with me on this journey. If you'd like to help out the channel, visit my merch store, and the link will be in the bio and in the description, and get yourself some peace, love, live long and prosper hands on, and hats and t-shirts and whatever you like. So until I see you next time, as always, peace, love, live long and prosper. And I mean it.